Alrighty, so to start out, you're going to take one of your dark purple shirts and you're going to lay it flat. Now, for this part, you can use a tank top to trace, and I've completely forgot my chalk, so I'm not going to be using any today, but if that's easier for you, just outline the shirt, and be sure to pull it up halfway because Starfire in the series does wear a cutoff shirt. Leave a little bit of seam allowance around the shirt, and just cut out new armholes as well. But like I said, leave seam allowance for stretch and so you can hem the bottom of the shirt later. You can leave the neck hole in place unless you want to cut it out. That's totally okay. After you cut out the new armholes, it should look a little like this. Yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but roughly. And like I said, I kept the collar intact. So once you get done with that, pin up the sides. And if you're like me and you just want to get everything done with one trip to the sewing machine, you can also roll up the bottom hem, pin that as well, and then do the same thing with the arms and just sew around that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so now that we're at the sewing machine, you're just going to use a straight stitch to stitch all the way down on the sides. It doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line if you added curves like I did. Like that. Do the same on both sides. Okay, so after you've sewed the sides and make sure that it fits, what you're now going to want to do is take the armhole. For some reason my camera won't. Alright. Take the armhole and fold it about 1/4 inch inward like this. Do that all the way around and then just sew a straight line all the way around the armhole, and that'll create a nice finish. And if you want, you can either pull the ends of the shirt so it'll curl inward for a nice finish, or you can repeat the same process by folding it in 1/4 inch and then sewing all the way around. To start the skirt, take your second purple shirt and cut off this entire top part, so the sleeves, collar, everything. So you'll just have this nice little piece here. And what's really nice is that you'll have the hem from the bottom of the shirt, so you won't have to go back and hem the skirt later. Okay, so for the top part of the shirt, you're going to take your light purple shirt, and for some reason, the colors on my camera just don't want to show up today. So you're going to take the light colored shirt that you got, and from this shoulder to this shoulder, you're going to cut almost like a curved half circle shape all the way around. Okay, so to make the gloves, all you really have to do is using the bottom of the shirt, so you don't have to rehem later. Just place your hand on top of it and trace around your hand, that not including your fingers or your thumb. So you'll get a design a little something like this. So you'll cut this out. You'll sew along here. Well, you'll fold it inside out. You'll sew along here and leave an opening for your thumb, so don't sew from here or here. And you'll sew up here as well. And then you'll hem along the fingers, and then you'll hem along the thumb hole. And I'll show you guys what that's going to look like. So using the rest of the shirt, take the width of your waist, or just measure all the way around your waist and divide by 2. Using that measurement, cut out a band that's about 6 inches, sew up the sides, and then fold in half. Okay, so now you'll take the skirt that you cut out before from the second dark shirt, and you'll take the band that you just cut out and fold it in half, and you'll pin the right sides together like this, and you will sew along here. Okay, so now that this is sewn, what you're going to do is you're going to take this raw edge and fold it down so it's against the dark shirt. You're going to open it back up and sew as close as you can to this fold all the way around. So you're basically going to top stitch the entire skirt so this part doesn't fold over while you're wearing it. And if you want, you can make a small hole and run an elastic through here. Sew it closed, and that way it might fit a little better if it doesn't fit well already. And that's how you finish up the skirt. Okay, so last step, glue on any last minute details, do a couple fixes, grab a red wig, and go save the day, or hit on Robin, whichever occurs first.